everyone. We future educators should strive to use the technology that is available to us. Today we are exploring a tool called KidCitizen. KidCitizen allows students the opportunity to explore civics and government concepts by investigating primary source photographs in an interactive way. First, I will be explaining and exploring the website with you. Here is the KidCitizen website. There are 5 headings at the top: About, Episodes, Editor, News, and Help. I have made a Nearpod presentation to go in depth on the sections on KidCitizen. In the About section, KidCitizen was developed by Muzzy Lane Software. This tool engages kindergarten through 5th grade students to explore with primary sources and connecting them to their daily lives through interactive episodes using Library of Congress primary source photographs. Ella, the lead avatar, leads children in a search for history clues to help solve historical mysteries. In the Episode section, this section shows numerous episodes options to choose from. Educators could start with an episode, What are primary sources? This episode is a great brief introduction episode to give your students the fundamental knowledge about primary sources. This video will give the knowledge or recall information for other listed episodes also. Each episode trains young learners to carefully observe and prepare themselves for detailed historical inquiry and visual literacy. We will be going into detail on the Community Helper episode later in this video. The Editor section. This section allows site visitors to sign up and create their own KidCitizen video. If you go back to the KidCitizen website and scroll down, you will notice that it is completely free. The only thing a teacher will need would be access to either Windows, Apple, iOS, Android, or Chrome. In the News section, educators can come here to see statistics and articles on KidCitizen. This website will also post workshops and conferences under this tab. You will want to stay tuned for information related to KidCitizen. The Help section. This Help tab is the final tab. It is especially essential because it gives you the help and support you may need. Whether you are struggling to share a video or upload your own video, this tab should answer any of the questions you may have about this tool. If we go back to the KidCitizen website, we're going to go to Episodes and click Community Helpers, because this is the episode that we are going to be focusing on today. You will click Play this episode and click Start. This is Ella. She's the avatar that will be leading the episode. And down here you can see that they actually have the text that students can read if they prefer to read instead of listen. In this episode, students will explore a primary source photograph of a man delivering ice to a schoolhouse. Students will then investigate who community helpers are and how they changed over time. Students will have to interact and answer questions about the photo. For example, Ella is asking us to find the children in the photo. Students will then search and click on the children they find in the photo. So if we look at this photo, we can see the children are right here. So then our students would click the students. This episode could be used in many different lessons. I actually experienced this lesson in my field placement. We studied community helpers for a whole week. My mentor teacher taught us the definition of a community helper and examples. I think this lesson could enhance by using the KidCitizen version of community helper. This would incorporate history into the lesson, for example, comparing community helpers now and back then. So if I was a teacher teaching this lesson, I would want my students to make the connection of the students back then and the students now. Or you could have them compare the teacher back then and the teacher that you are now. So this would be the community helper that you could have them refer back to. Later in this episode, you will see a milkman and an iceman, and you will see that the students can compare what they had back then to what we have now. I believe that there are big benefits to this website. One of the benefits is that educators can have access to a feature called Teacher's Guide. In the Teacher's Guide, you will find a description of the episode, suggestions, curriculum, connections, historical background information, and references. A second benefit, the ability to connect to multiple subjects. For example, this tool could be used to strengthen their language arts and their history at the same time. The third benefit at this website, it could be helpful for ELL students. The UDL model we learned earlier in this semester taught us to show the content in diverse ways. That way you are accommodating all your students' strengths. The only challenge I have noticed, it would be beneficial for ELL students to have the option to see the text in their native language if they chose to. KidCitizen is an interactive way for us educators to enhance our lessons. Lee Ann Potter, Director of Educational Outreach of the Library of Congress, shared in a press release their delightfulness in seeing the ways in which these interactive support students' investigations of government, legislation, and the role each individual could play in our nation's civics life. We are the future educators, and it is essential for us to incorporate the technology around us. Thank you for listening, and I had one question to ask before you leave. I made a Kahoot, and I would like to share and see what you believe the answer to this question is. What is the purpose of KidCitizen? To give more homework to our students, or students can explore historic primary sources in a fun way. What do you think the answer is? Yes, if you answered the blue one, then you are correct and you understand the purpose of my video. Thanks for watching!